Hello again, people. How are you doing? In our series on ancient Egypt with Professor Bob Ryer, he often refers to passages in the Bible. But how much of the Bible do we really understand? There are different divisions of Christianity because different people have their own perspective of what the Bible is actually saying. But there are certain things in the Bible that no matter what division of Christianity you're from, it's it holds true for everybody and should never be broken. And the fact that some races of people feel that feel that you know they are above the holy law, that's not right. The fact that they think that they own other races of people because they're doing the Lord's work. No, no, that just goes to show you how mankind has screwed up. In the book, I don't know what passage it is, but in the book, because I've heard it so many times before, there's a passage where Satan tries to finesse Jesus into doing something stupid. If Satan is going after Jesus himself, don't you think he's going to go after humans as well? In our last discussion, we talked about the idiocy of the white race thinking they were superior to black people, people of color, Negroes. And we looked at the book of Genesis and we found this not to be true. The book clearly states that mankind shall have dominion over the earth. The whole entire earth. And just in case you weren't clear, as my president used to say, let me be clear. Just in case you weren't clear, it gives examples of what God is talking about. The earth, the creatures on the earth, in the earth, above the earth, the air, the fish, the beast of the earth, the cattle, every creepy thing that creeps and crawls on the earth. Nowhere in those scriptures in the book of Genesis did I see where it says, oh, P.S. White men are better than blacks. So white people should have authority over the darker skinned people at all times. No, 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 no. That's not it. No. So let's start off with a quick recap and we'll go into today's discussion. Let me see. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave? Excuse me. Ah, yes. He created man and female. He created man and female. So why is it that some women think they're better than men? Why is it that some men think they're better than the other men and women? And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish. No, I think I missed something. Let me read this again. Matter of fact, let me go back one verse because I might have missed something. You let me know. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Basically, what that's saying is that the Almighty Creator, the God of all creation, created a male and a female of every species, including human beings. The same God that created the man is the same God that created the woman. There's no two different gods. No, that's not how, I don't think that's how the holy HR department works. So, continuing, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. Fruitful, be blessed. Be rich in spirit, be healthy. There was no money back then, so yeah. Grow your crops, have an abundance of crops. Everything's good. Live your best life. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. Be fruitful and multiply. You take that one thing that God has given you, that one good thing, and you multiply it. God gave men and women to each other. So, if we choose to have kids, raise those kids right, to be fruitful and multiply. If we get an amazing assortment of crops growing every year, grow some more crops. Get some more land and grow some more crops. Multiply. You're multiplying the blessings that God has given you. Got a mama and daddy and y'all going through the struggle and you only got one car. When you come up, get 2 vehicles. Multiply. Somebody working during the day, somebody work at night. Or you both work during the day while the kids are at school. And that way you can be at home at night with your children, with your family. The family that God has saw fit to bless you with. Because you're being fruitful and you're multiplying. When others see the goodness of God upon your life, then it's supposed to inspire them to want to get to know God. Not to come and try to steal your car, rape your daughters, rape your wife. Not to try to carjack you in the middle of the street at the traffic lights. No, it's not supposed to incite hatred and animosity. You shouldn't have to worry about walking down the street and somebody mean mugging you because you got it going on and they don't. So they gonna take yours because you think you too good. There are some people, there are a lot of people in this world who think they're too good. But that don't mean you go out and kill them. There's a lot of rich people who haven't done jack for poor people. There are a lot of rich people who've only done for the poor people of their race. Leaving the rest of the poor people just, hey, you do what you got to do. So we're fruitful, we're multiplying, and what's the purpose of all this? To replenish the earth. To replenish the earth. Cattle. Cattle die. Cattle get old, they die. So if you can get them cattle to mate and have more cattle, then when they die, there'll still be cattle on the face of the earth. Unlike the ignorant white people who destroyed the dodo bird. Dodo bird doesn't exist anymore except for in books and YouTube videos. He said to subdue it. He meant subdue the earth. Subdue the creatures on the earth. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air. This keeps coming up. You know what that says to me? He's emphasizing. He's emphasizing. The people who wrote the Bible, they understood that if you let these creatures, these animals die out, then that's it. There's no more. If you let your species die out, there'll be a memory. If anybody's around to even notice that you existed in the first place, you'll cease to exist. There'll be no more human species on the earth. But if you reproduce, be responsible. Don't beat your kids. Don't neglect your kids. Take care of your kids. Teach them how to take care of the earth. That way, when your time comes, the earth will still be taken care of when you're gone. You got to be fruitful, be blessed, be happy about what you got, and strive to do better, multiply, and replenish the earth. Subdue it. Take it for your own. There's enough earth for each culture. There's enough earth for everybody to stay in their spot and not offend the other one. Now, when we do come together in trade, come together in an exchange of ideas. You know, my mama make a mean casserole. You should try it. You know, my mama bake cookies really good. Okay, well, you give me some of what you got. I give you some of what I got. But to just be like, you know what? I don't want to give up my cookies, but I'm taking your casserole. No, you're not. Yes, I am. We want casserole before we eat our cookies. You got casserole, we taking your casserole. Then it's a big old fight over what? Casserole. Don't make no sense. So it says, have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Okay. He said this a million times already. They keep reiterating. They keep hashing this out. They keep repeating this. But the one thing they ain't repeating, the one thing they're not saying is have dominion over other human beings, have dominion over other people. No, it says the earth and the creatures of the earth. And it gives you examples of what he's talking about. I'm not understanding how white people can be so stupid on purpose, just willfully ignorant, I guess. I don't know. It might be deeper than that. But the people that are writing the Bible clearly realize that having servants is one thing to help you out, but you be good to your servants. You pay your servants in clothing, in housing. You take care of them. But to just dominate them like they're a fish or a whale, treat them less than what you would treat a dog. No. No, 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 white people. Where's that in the Bible? I'm looking at Genesis, the beginning. Anything that came after that was a result of somebody's actions. But in the beginning, that was never the case. He never said, oh, and by the way, all you white people, y'all better than the black people. So if you see them, kill them, enslave them, and make them your slaves forever and ever. So said God. Excuse me, a little thirsty. That's not the case, bruh. And we as Negroes, we need to understand that that was not the case. That was never the case. So this notion that in order to survive, we need to suck up to massa. You don't want to go getting killed now. So you just do whatever massa say. Massa is raping me. When I'm not in the field, massa is raping me. When I'm in the fields, massa raping my sister. My sister got a whole baby that look more like massa than he do us. I wonder how that happened. But you never see massa get with his wife and produce one of us. Never in the history of mankind has that happened. You know why? Because that's not what God intended. Never. Even after I'm gone, it will never happen. Never. They say never is a strong word. But God is not a God known for constantly changing his mind. God will let you sit up and go through whatever you got to go through to teach you a lesson. So, no, we need to get our act together. We are human beings just like the white people. We deserve respect. But respect also has to be earned. You can't be some ignorant. Yeah, man, y'all wronged us, y'all wronged our people, and I want payback, man. I shouldn't have to work. I want a check. And I want it right now. No. There's other ways to go about getting justice. Because if it was about revenge, most of our people from Africa come from warrior tribes. If it was about revenge, we could have got revenge anytime. That's not what this is about. This is about us being able to live our lives comfortably without somebody putting in place unjust laws that benefit them and put us down. No, 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 no. The fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Well, technically, humans live upon the earth too. They move upon the earth. But, again, the writers specifically state what they felt God meant. He meant the lesser creatures on the face of the earth. Remember, it's, how can I put this? Mankind operate on the earth. Okay? It clearly says, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. However, the book of Genesis also specifically states that God created mankind in his image, which means this particular rule does not apply to mankind. Man or woman, black or white. He created us in his image. So we're not to try to dominate each other. We're supposed to dominate the other creatures of the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which, that's probably a misprint, is the fruit, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Well, what do you all think? I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be meat. Okay. So how do we break that down? Well, let's think about it. Well, sorry, I hit the camera. that's one for a debate, a discussion. I don't think it'll be too much of a debate, more of a discussion. I personally feel the book was talking about fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. Seeds, seed bearing trees, fruit trees, vegetables. Things that we can use for meat, and to take the seeds from those objects, from that food, and regrow it. I don't know what else to tell you. Right there. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Stay safe, be blessed, and we'll chat later.